What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Video Homicide, and I'm back with another movie review / recommendation. This is actually two flicks, so 1990, 1992, both directed by Chris Columbus, both written by John Hughes. Home Alone 1 and 2. Holy fuck. All right, these movies are ingrained in my memory. I watch them every year. They're big parts of my, Christmas time cinematic experience. And I think that's the same for a lot of people, you know what I mean? I think a lot of people watch the Home Alone flicks, Christmas Story, Christmas with the Cranks, Christmas Vacation, The Grinch, Bad Santa, Black Christmas, Silent Night, Deadly Night. There's a lot of go-tos, you know what I mean? But for me, it would be like sacrilege to not watch Christmas Story especially, but Home Alone 1 and 2 are just fun movies, man. I'll tell you one thing, like me and my wife, we watched both of them recently, and those movies, they don't fail to deliver. But I want to make it perfectly fucking clear, if this was real, like if it was a real situation, it wouldn't have ended up with like Macaulay Culkin like tiptoeing around from these two burglars. It would have been more like this.
You guys give up, or you're thirsty for more?
Motherfucking mutt! You fucking piece of shit! What the fucking world is coming to? How do you like that? Fuck me, you motherfucker! Fuck my mother! That's what you fucking tell me! Huh? Motherfucker, you, huh?
So with that being said, let's talk about my personal take on these two Christmas traditions. Basically, with Home Alone 1, I think is the movie that I definitely watched. I watched that movie less. I watched New York more. But I think Home Alone 1, to me, has the better, heartwarming story to it. And what I mean by that is the subplot. Okay, and I'm gonna fucking rant about the subplot, heart-fucking-warming story about the broken heart, fucking dirty old pigeon woman. We'll rant about that later. But in this flick, we got Old Man Marley. Okay, he salts the fucking streets, he makes mummies and all that stuff. Buzz scares the shit out of Kevin when he's at the window there with that nerdy cousin. But basically, this guy, Old Man Marley, makes an appearance a few times throughout the film. There's a scene where Kevin comes outside. Oh, I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not afraid. And he fucking walks right into Old Man Marley's fucking cock, face, same level. His fucking face is right there. Looking at Old Man Marley, loses his mind. Okay. Next, we see him in the grocery store, and he's got his hand cut, and he's got like a box of Band-Aids. And I always noticed Old Man Marley's hand cut on the table, obviously, but I never noticed the Band-Aids until this viewing. I don't know. It's, to me, that almost makes him more likable and more just like an old man. You know what I mean? It's just like this guy going to buy Band-Aids, but they set you up when you're a kid, even though you know how that movie ends. You're always like, oh fuck, Old Man Marley's he's gonna kill Kevin basically, but when we finally get around to that scene at the church, and he unveils a lot of things are being said about me in the neighborhood and they're not true. You can say hi to me. And Kevin basically inspires this would-be mean old man to reconnect with his family. And at that final fucking shot at the end of Home Alone, when you see Old Man Marley hugging his son, it means something. It meant something, and that's something that modern movies lack. They lack that heart, that deep bonded connection, because you start off that film thinking this guy's fucking Christopher Lee in Horror of Dracula, but he ends up being, an old sweetheart, a very relatable situation for a lot of people, I'm sure. So people will take that in different situations. So that to me is sort of like the bread and butter, the heart of the film. Fuck his mom looking for him and, riding around with the fucking Kenosha Kickers. And real quick before I forget, there's actually a video, I believe it's called Drivers, but stylized, instead of an I, it's a 1. It's like a 5 or 6 minute short film that's on YouTube. It stars Macaulay Culkin as this Uber driver, and basically him explaining how he had to fight off people. He had to fight off his house from 2 home invaders while his mom was fucking around with some polka band, being a groupie for a polka band. It's a hilarious video. I highly recommend it. So all of the stuff with Kevin, like fortifying the house and like the scene where he sets everything up with the Michael Jordan thing moving throughout the house and all that shit. Like, I always loved that stuff when I was a kid. And to me, I think like if this was to happen now, if a kid was like left home alone now, they'd probably be like happy. They'd be happy if their family never came back. But I don't know, man. When I think of this flick, I know I'm all over the place right now, but when I think of this movie, I get so many different memories brought back to myself from like watching this. I remember watching this movie when my grandma lived, like my dad lived in my grandma's basement, like after him and my mom split up, and my aunt lived there as well with my cousin. And I remember sitting in the basement, like in like the little like rec room area, and watching the film. And I remember like the beginning of the film so much because that, you know, we started that movie a million times and probably fell asleep a million times, whatever. But you know, the scene with Joe Pesci standing there in the front hallway with the pizza guy, you know, and he's like, hey, little guy, hey, big guy. He's like, all kids, no parents, must be some fancy orphanage. Like, Joe Pesci's a fucking, love the guy. And obviously, you can't talk about this movie without talking about Daniel Stern's performance as Marv. So you got Harry and Marv, these 2 bumbling fucking burglars who are actually pretty successful until they meet fucking Kevin. Great team up. Are they Riggs and Murtaugh? No, but they're pretty fucking close. I think like if when Home Alone 2 came out, if it hadn't have been both of them, the movie wouldn't have worked. You know, because we got familiar territory. We know it's Marv and Harry, and we know they're gonna fucking get bricks thrown at their face and, you know, they're fucking electrocuted. Like, I love that scene. Always loved that when I was a kid. Like when he turned into a skeleton for a minute. Man. But basically, long story short, Home Alone 1 is fucking awesome. But Home Alone 2, to me, is even better. For reasons like Tim Curry being this very sleazy concierge at the Plaza Hotel. Guests of Ding Dang Dong. Like, what the fuck? Is that a show? That show's supposed to be real? Because Ding Dang Dong. I just think that's fucked. But you get a shot with Donald Trump. He's like fucking I don't know, guy walking through the place, and Kevin looks at him and he goes, "Where's the lobby?" And then fucking Buddy's like, "Down there to the left." He like walks away, there's like money falling out of his fucking pockets and shit. But I always love that scene in the beginning where in Home Alone 2 I'm talking about here, where the parents wake up and like they both jump out of bed and then they say, "We slept in," and then they both go to the front of the bed and they look at the camera and they go, "Ah!" I don't know why, but I always loved that. And whenever I watched part 1 when I was a kid, I was always waiting for that to happen. But then I'd be like, "Oh wait, that's in the next one." It never fucking fails. Even now when I watched part 1, I was like, "Wait, they didn't do that." Fucking bullshit. But I don't know. I loved it, man. So the scene that I fucking hate, the story plot, the scenes, I should say, like the whole story arc with this old pigeon skank, I fucking hate. I hate, man. I love the scenes where she's being scary. Like, she should have just been lopped in with the fucking, "Watch it, kid," and then he turns around and there's the pigeon lady and she's like looking at him. She actually looks like my fucking music teacher from public school, Miss Stoddart. That's who that fucking broad looks like. I'm not joking. Anyone that went to my public school that watches this, you'll fucking be like, "You're goddamn right." But the whole scene where she saves him and then they go upstairs to like this fucking symphony hall where they're playing all this fucking old music, and then she like talks about all of her trials and tribulations to Kevin about how she's had her heart broken and my heart was broken. Like, she says heartbroken 3 times in like a fucking 4-minute scene, which is enough to make me want to just snap, you know. And then Kevin just like fucks off down the fire escape at the end of their conversation. But man, I hate her. And at the end, we're supposed to like feel, okay, so what's her reconnection? Like, okay, so she gets a little fucking turtle dove toy, but she's still homeless in New York, living above a fucking concert hall, feeding the ducks. I don't know. Didn't like it. didn't like. There was no heartwarmingness to it. The first one, the old man hugs his son that he hasn't seen in years. They got into a fight. That is so relatable to people, you know. And it's like a fucking homeless old lady in New York City covered in pigeons. She's the last person you're gonna fucking give anything to, other than a fucking boot when you're walking past. Kick over the cup of coins. You know, that's a thing that they do, eh? They like fucking set up a cup of coins and a clear cup, and the theory is that you kick, like, it's invisible kind of when you walk past it, so like they expect you to kick it. Oh no, I kicked this homeless guy's coins over. I should give him some coins. No, fuck that. Kick it over, pick them up, and put them in your pocket, and keep it moving. You know what I mean? Be like a sticky bandit. In a world of pussies, be a sticky bandit. Okay. So how much time do I got? I got like 10 minutes left. Fuck, man. Home Alone 2. And then you get into those god-awful sequels that are just like, maybe if you're a fucking sadomasochist, you might want to watch them, but especially that last one, like where like the fucking like nerdy little fucking fat kid with glasses is like, ugh, and Buzz is in it. Like Buzz comes, even though I think he was like a molester or like a drunk driver or some bullshit. Like, I better look that up before I start fucking saying shit like that. I even know that guy's name, Devin Ratray. Because I remember, let me just make sure. I don't want to fucking drop some bullshit like that. Oh, he allegedly strangled his girlfriend while in a fucking hotel room in Oklahoma. And he was booked for domestic assault and battery by strangulation as a felony, as well as a misdemeanor domestic assault and battery after an argument over his girlfriend failing to charge fans for his autograph. The duo returned to the hotel, and Rattray then pushed his girlfriend onto the room's bed, pressed one of his hands against her throat, pressed his other hand over her mouth, and applied pressure. According to the affidavit, it was alleged that Rattray assaulted his girlfriend. He told her, "This is how you die." Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof. Holy fuck, Buzz. What were you... Jesus Christ. In August... So that was 2021. In 2022, this is what Buzz did. Police announced that Rattray, Buzz, was under investigation for an alleged rape that occurred in September of 2017. The alleged victim, who had been friends with Rattray for 15 years, came forward after hearing about the 2021 domestic assault charges, accusing Rattray of drugging her drink. Yo, fuck Buzz. Fuck, no, I'm glad he had a fucking woof girlfriend back in the day. Fuck Buzz, okay? Although I will say, Buzz is like the quintessential asshole big brother character. You know what I mean? Like, you see, it's a trope in a lot of movies, but he definitely is like the fuckhead. And you know what? Like, the mom, Catherine O'Hara, like does a great job, but she's a fucking worthless mother. What a worthless cunt. She just like, oh, I forgot my son. You know, here, stay up here. Oh, yeah, hopefully you never fucking do see us again, cocksucker. You're going to sleep up here on the 3rd floor even though you're scared of it. And all this shit. I don't know. And, like, Uncle Frank, is, like, the biggest cocksucker in the world. Like, that scene where he goes, oh, you better not ruin this vacation. Your dad's paying good money for it. And Kevin's like, I wouldn't want to spoil your fun, Mr. Cheapskate. Like, yeah, fuck you, man, and fuck all of them. Like, they're all such cocksuckers to Kevin, and nothing changed. Because look, at the first movie happens, they're cocksuckers in the beginning. At the end, oh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Second movie starts, they're cocksuckers to Kevin again, and at the end they're like, hoo, hoo, thanks for all these presents. When Buzz tries to whistle, and it's just like, it sounds like he's sucking a dick. Like, no, I don't know, man. If you guys want to hear my theory on Home Alone, this is what I personally think, okay? Because we're talking about 14 people going to fucking Florida. We're talking about 15 people or 14 people going to France. The only fucking way that can be explained, Peter McAllister is a fucking drug lord, a drug smuggler, or some sort of drug mule. Because how the fuck else is he affording to do all this? Okay, first movie, what does he do? He goes down to the cocaine capital of the United States of America. He goes down to Florida. All right, takes his family. At the beginning, when he sees the cop in his house, he's not even phased. He's like, what, am I under arrest, man, or what? Because he knows he's got all the fucking cops on his payroll. All right, he fucking knows what he's doing. He gets $115 worth of pizza like it's a fucking snap of the finger. All right, he goes down to Florida. He doesn't really give a fuck that his son's back home. He just got to make sure this deal goes through. Otherwise, Sosa is gonna come up from fucking Colombia and cut off his nuts. All right, everything goes to plan, okay? The wife fucks off. He's like, okay, this is all right. We're going to be able to get this deal done, all right? That's why when he comes back at the end, he's just like, yeah, we got a different flight. Even though he's wiping the sweat off because he knows that fucking Pablo is not going to blow off his cojones. Now, second film, where do they go? France. Actually, I got it mixed up. I think they go to France in the first fucking film. So, forget what I said and rearrange, but They go to fucking France because they're going to see The French Connection. All right? Heroin. Gene Hackman, Roy Scheider. Great fucking movie. Actually got that shit somewhere down here. I got that. Oh, here it is. Here's for you fucking VHS fuckheads. Sealed copy of French Connection. A movie that has been fucking, I think, censored on Disney Plus. Like, it's crazy that Disney Plus is in charge of French Connection. It's kind of sad, but that's my theory. Peter McAllister's a drug dealer. Uncle Frank is sort of like the Fredo. Buzz is sort of like, you know, who can Buzz be? Well, Buzz is a fucking diddler, so we're not going to include Buzz in this, but I don't know. I had a lot of fun here talking about Home Alone. I kind of want to talk about the sequels, but I don't remember them enough to really give them a good thorough bashing. But I will bash that stupid old pigeon broad, man. I honestly, that ruins the film for me every time, especially when she keeps saying her heart's broken. She's like an English fucking chick, comes over to the United States with the promise of falling in love, or, you know, she thinks she's going to fall in love with Mr. Right. She falls in love with some fucking upscale fucking Wall Street type who just after piece of ass, and she gets fucking hooked on him. And then he's like, listen, you go fuck yourself, go live with the pigeons in the park. And she obliges until she meets an 8-year-old that gives her a fucking little tiny ornament for a tree, and that makes her happy because now she's got a friend in Chicago that she can call on. You know, it's not like the end of fucking Goonies when Chunk looks at fucking Sloth and goes, you're gonna live with us now. Like, you're not coming home with the McAllisters. You know, it's not happening. I fucking hate that broad. I don't know. Hopefully you didn't ruin Christmas with this video for you and your family, but I appreciate everybody for watching. If you're a fan of Home Alone, then you're on the same page as me. So real quick before I get out of here, I want to let everybody know that Cinema 187 issue 6 is done. It's currently in print for purchase. You could message me at cinema.187, or you can go to the link tree in the bio of this video. Check out the website. There's a page on there how to order. You can get my email. But I want to let everybody know that Canada Post currently is still on strike, so no orders have been shipped yet. No contributor copies have been shipped yet, so just stay tuned. When that shit's done, they'll start rolling out. So with that being said, 666, adios, and look what you did, you little jerk.